Hey Vahan, how are you, mate?
Thanks, Greg. How you doing?
Yeah, good, good. Thanks for coming on this call and just sharing a bit of your journey after you finished our program. Mate, if you could just start, it'd be awesome if you could share with us what was kind of the biggest, the number one thing that you wanted help with when you first actually came to Tracy and I and started the program.
Yeah, well, look, I'm married with three kids. I keep quite a busy lifestyle, run a 24/7 security business. There's a few little things there that I was looking at: time management, issues with my health, um, and just cloud of thoughts just from being too busy. And yeah, it was actually my wife who found your details and put me in contact with you. And yeah, I haven't looked back. I was very much a changed man after the program. So I thank you.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. So take us through a bit of the journey, right? So at the beginning, you were suffering with some health issues and high pressure business and a lot of stress. So how did you find the process? Like, take us through the changes you've experienced.
Well, it was I found by getting down deep and working out what the core of my issues were that were causing my anxieties and my stresses and issues with my health. Having them broken down by yourself and my fears, um, it helped. It helped a lot. And by we're not going into too much depth about it, but each of those, breaking them down and working out what started some of those and addressing those issues, and cognitive behavior therapy, it's yeah, it addressed all those issues. And after finishing with your program, I know at the beginning you said you're going to feel completely like a changed person, but it's been a massive change. It's more than I thought. So I wake up in the morning and I feel refreshed. I'm like, wow, I don't have racing thoughts in my head, even as stressful as it could be with work. I don't wake up with the pains that I was having from the health issues, and I've got a clear mind, and I've got a better relationship with my wife. The fact that uh, I can have a clear head. I'm not feeling unwell all the time or stressed. I can switch off from work, which is hard with a 24/7 security business. We've got over 45, 50 staff that we've got to look after. And yeah, it was really good, the fact of being able to actually be clear headed. And even in the business, just being able to prioritize and help with my management. Yeah, it was like an all in one package. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. So you weren't expecting all the, I guess, the external benefits from the change that you had internal, right? So it improved
Yeah.
how you show up in your business and so forth.
Oh, look, 100%. I mean, uh, you get stresses thinking about what ifs, what ifs, what ifs. And when something would happen, I know it sounds funny, but with a business, if there is an issue or a stress, I just get excited to address it now. And I'm like, it's very unusual because I was like, oh, a challenge, here we go. And I jumped straight into it, where others were looking around, saying, I don't want to have to resolve that problem because it's quite difficult. For me, I'm like, I see the challenge now because I don't let it affect me. I don't let it affect, I don't get stressed by it. And I see it as a challenge. I'm like, okay, look, where something I may have feared previously, now jump into, have a look at the end result and be happy. So, okay, I've got to resolve that. And I didn't feel stressed or have the issues of the anxiety and effects you get with that.
That's an amazing change. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Now, there's two coaches in our program, right? So
Mhm.
I worked with you a lot around past programming, mindset, belief systems, and all that sort of stuff to really unravel, like you said, like where's the fears coming from? Why am I
Mm.
why am I feeling this way? But then Tracy worked at a much deeper level, an energetic level, and work and does a lot of work, spiritual and soul work. How did you find that?
Yeah, look, I think even starting from yourself with the fears, addressing some of those fears, I had fears that I didn't even think about of having until we actually broke them down. And it was great addressing those. But I think in my case, I think it was very beneficial to have assistance from yourself and Tracy, because I had other health issues that I had other issues. I had troubles getting rectified by medical professionals,
Yeah.
and getting some of that balance right. And I know Tracy saw straight from the start that yeah, I had some issues, and seeing that transition and progression over the program helped me a lot. So along with my mind, body and soul slowly starting to align, I could feel it. And I thought, this is great. I was enjoying the journey. And even up until the last session, I was like, wow, like from the first to the last, I feel a lot more confident. I'm not worried about my health, and I'm not worried about my health so much because, a lot of the issues have been addressed.
Awesome.
I think clearly. So, yeah, it's good. I enjoy it.
Brilliant.
Enjoy the journey.
So for other men who are watching this video, who are considering doing the work, but let's be honest, a lot of them, to try to get their head around how Tracy does her stuff and the combination of it, what would you say to them? What as being a past client, what would you say?
I was one of them. So my wife was the one who said, oh, look, you should have a look at this, with Greg and Tracy. And I looked at it and I thought, I don't need this, because if I can get, I'm tough, I'm strong, I go to the gym, I play my sports, and I thought I could bottle all this in and control it. And I stopped and thought, well, hold on, have I improved over the last year? No, I haven't. Have I improved over the last 5? No. Have I improved since I got sick in Bali? No. And I thought, well, hey, I'll take the plunge. Hey, what's the worst thing? It may not work. And it was a bit unusual, I know, with the way Tracy does her work, the fact that you don't physically have to be in the same room. It's like, well, how's this work? But after the first session, feeling the results, I was like, hey, this is really intriguing. So with having the sessions with yourself and Tracy, I found them very beneficial to myself. But yeah, look, I think for other men, I think a lot of men do bottle up their feelings, that they feel depressed. And I did feel depressed because of the anxieties I'd get and random pains and health issues. But it's the best thing I did. I feel like, I'm living life. Every time I go out somewhere, I'm actually enjoying the experience as opposed to saying I've got through it. So yeah, I think men should be a bit more open, true to themselves, and hey, it's fine to say that you've got issues, or you feel stressed, you feel depressed, and it feels good actually talking about it to someone who maybe been in that situation, which I believe in, has been able to break through those barriers and understands what it feels like, as opposed to a doctor who may not have felt the same symptoms.
Yeah, totally. Any closing remarks?
Look, I think after the experience, I always think about life, how life is short, and you should enjoy every day as though it's your last. And I think about that, and I think, yeah, okay, every day it could be my last day. I want to make sure that I do enjoy it. But on top of that, I sit and think, well, I can get through every day just and say, yep, I enjoyed that day as though it was my last. But being in a healthy state, with a clear mind, body, and soul, feeling complete, having that day just seems that more complete, because you can look back at the day and say, well, did I feel stressed? No, I didn't. Did I feel anxiety? No, I didn't. Did I feel issues with the health? No, I didn't. Think, wow, like, it's great. And time I get to spend with my kids, quality time, because it's focused on them, as opposed to me going, I don't feel too great, or what if, and thinking about with work. You can learn to switch off a little bit more, and when it's time back in work, you switch back on.
Yeah. So important, right? That quality time.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Look, I do want to thank you sincerely for the assistance you've given me. It's helped the business and it's helped my family and my kids. And yeah, I'm very grateful to have been able to sign up with your program. I do thank you.
No, you're welcome. It was a pleasure working with you, mate. So thank you for that. Thanks for sharing, and look forward to catching up again real soon. Cheers, mate.
No worries. Cheers. Thanks a lot.